The US dollar index is advancing to near 98.50. The index was up 0.26% at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time at 98.473. It's moving towards its highest level since early May. Worries that the Federal Reserve is not independent enough to raise interest rates and that the central bank will cave to political pressure to keep rates low ahead of the November elections are weighing on the dollar. Despite this, the currency is still climbing. On Friday, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell said the central bank would continue to raise interest rates until there are clear signs that inflation is coming down. However, he said it could slow the pace of increases if price pressures start to ease. That suggests the Fed may not be as aggressive as it has been in the second half of this year when it raised interest rates 0.75 of a percentage point in each of the last 3 meetings. Traders are pricing in a 70% probability that the Fed will raise interest rates by 50 basis points in December and a 30% probability of a 75 basis point increase. The dollar index has advanced 8.4% this year, as the Fed has raised interest rates to the highest level since 2018. Higher interest rates make the dollar more attractive to investors because it boosts the return on dollar-denominated assets. The prospect of tighter monetary policy also makes the dollar more appealing as an investment during times of geopolitical uncertainty. However, recent comments from Fed officials have fueled speculation that the central bank may not be able to continue raising interest rates at the same pace due to growing worries about the economy. On Wednesday, Fed Governor Michelle Bowman said she supports the central bank's plan to raise interest rates to a level that is sufficiently restrictive to bring down inflation and that it's important not to pull back too soon. But she also noted that there are risks that the economy will slow more than expected. In addition, St. Louis Fed President James Bullard said on Thursday that the U.S. central bank may need to slow the pace of interest rate increases to assess the impact of tighter monetary policy on the economy. He said it makes sense to take a little more time and see what happens. However, Cleveland Fed President Loretta Master said on Friday that the central bank must continue to raise interest rates aggressively to show it's serious about fighting inflation. She said price pressures remain broad-based and that wages are rising too fast. The U.S. dollar index, which measures the greenback's value against a basket of 6 major currencies, is up 0.26% today at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. It's moving towards its highest level since early May.